Well, you know, I had always been in music with my pops, you know what I'm saying, doing stuff for rotation, but
Rest in power to High C.
yeah, my pops, my dad, man. And I guess y'all was like the only really cats that I knew that was like you, your brother, Gavin, my man Gavin Glenn, Jap, you know what I'm saying, Clarence Hodge, and you know, his brother, Tonk, Shannon, all. Y'all was the ones that was really kind of like the cat. We was like the cats from Beat Street, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know, we was like Lil Lee and all them in the subway and with the you know, we was crew.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's kind of like where I got my start. But then I spent a year at Cook Middle School and then I left and went back to New York. And at that point, I was going to school and then going down to Harlem on 125th and working at my grandfather's shoe store on the weekends. So I would go down there and work in his shoe store, copping all the kicks and shit. At the same time, if anybody knows anything about old school hip hop back in New York, there was three stations in New York that would play hip hop in the evenings. One was Kiss FM with DJ Red Alert. And then there was, and before he came on, there was Chill Out that would come on, and then Red Alert, and then Mr. Magic on BLS. He had his show. But then late night, you had two more shows that would come on. One was Stretch and Bobbito on Columbia University channel, and one that most people don't even know about, called the Doctor's Operating Room. The Operating Room was Flavor Flav and Dr. Dre from Yo MTV Raps.
Yeah, the big dude.
Yeah, big dude. They had a show from straight out on one of the Long Island college stations.
Crazy.
Most people don't even know that, but Flav had a radio show. It was nuts though. They would play, and that's what you would get at late night. And one more, I totally forgot about that one. Hank Love and DNA. They had a radio show. They used to come on like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. You know. But I heard all that. Then when I came back down here, you know what I'm saying, I got into, they ended up putting me in Upward Bound, you know what I'm saying, for school. And meanwhile, while I was over there, I ended up going over to the radio station in Winston-Salem State. So my pops knew the head of the radio station. And he ended up getting me hooked up with her, and she gave me a show on the weekend. So I would do jazz in the afternoon. I'll play jazz, and then I would play hip hop from 8 to 1.
This is my SneekyVill